Rich Dad, Poor Dad, 로버트 키오사키. Chapter 3, Lesson 3, Mind Your Own Business. Chapter Summary. A friend of Robert got to hear Ray Kroc of McDonald's fame speak in 1974 at the University of Texas at Austin. Afterward, Ray agreed to join the students at their favorite hangout for a few beers. He asked the students what business he was in. At first they laughed, and then they answered that he was in the business of selling hamburgers, of course. But Ray told them he was not in hamburger business, but in a real estate business. He knew that the land and location of his franchise were the most significant factors in its success. Today, McDonald's, the largest single owner of real estate in the world, owning some of the most valuable intersections and street corners around the globe. Robert Branch took the lesson to heart and today owns car washes, but his business is the real estate under those car washes. So many people work for everyone else, their employer, the government, taxi, and the bank, mortgage. What Ray Kroc and rich people, rich dad knew was secret number 3 of the rich. Mind your business. Don't spend your whole life working for someone else. There is a big difference between your profession and your business. Often Robert will ask people, what is your business? And they will say, oh, I'm a banker. Then he asks them if they own the bank, and they usually respond, no, I work there. In that instance, they have confused their profession with their business. Their profession may be a banker, but they still lead their own business. Too many people spend their lives minding someone else's business and making them rich. Minding your business doesn't mean starting a company, though for some people it will. Instead, your business revolves around your asset column, not your income column. Promotion or a better job will only help you become more financially secure if the additional money is used to purchase income-generating asset. The primary reason the majority of the poor and the middle class are fiscally conservative is that they have no financial foundation. They have to cling to their jobs and play safe. They can't afford to take risk. And when hard time come, what many people saw was asset will not help them survive a financial crisis. The car has lost much of its value. Does golf club? The same. Too often, for a bank will allow a person to list as asset on a financial statement are not true asset. Robert was once turned down for a loan because the bank didn't like how much money he made from rent and was concerned he didn't have a normal job. But they were fine with him listing shoot, an art collection, and other personal effects as asset. That was isn't the measure that people think it is. Most so-called assets, the people best base their net worth was on either aren't as valuable as they think, or if they have gained values will trigger taxes on the gain if they are sold. So Robert tells people to start minding your own business. Keep your daytime job, but start buying real asset, not liability or personal effect that have no real value once you get them home. Keep expenses low, reduce liability, and diligently build a base of solid asset. Parents need to teach young people this before they have home so that they understand what a true asset it is, won't find themselves trapped in a lifestyle or debt. Robert said real asset pay fall to the following categories. Businesses that do not require his presence. He owns them, but they are managed or run by other people. If they have to work there, it's not a business. It becomes his job. Stocks, bonds, income generating real estate, notes, IOU, royalty from intellectual property such as music, scripts, and patents. Anything else that has value, product income, or appreciates and has a ready market. Acquire asset that you love. Robert loves real estate and thus spent much of his time thinking about and shopping for it. If you don't like real estate, don't invest in it. Robert also loves the stock of small startup companies because he himself is an entrepreneur. Some are afraid of the risk of such a small cap company, but he sees these as the place to make a fortune. His strategy is to be out of the stock in a year. His real estate strategy, on the other hand, is to start small and keep trading for bigger properties and delaying taxes on the gain, holding real estate less than 7 years. Even while working for the Marines and Xerox, Robert minded his own business. He kept his day job but was active in his asset column, trading real estate and small stocks. The more he understood accounting and cash management, the better he was analyzing investment and eventually building his own company. He doesn't recommend people start a company unless they really have the desire to. Otherwise, he advises them to keep their day job and mind their business, building and keeping their asset column strong. As cash flow grows, people can indulge in luxury, but only if the cash flow supports them. Build the asset column and let the income generated by those assets pay for the luxuries. Left hemisphere moment. When assets generate enough income to cover luxury, that's when you can buy them. Right hemisphere moment. Think creatively about what your business is. It's not your profession. Conscious moment. Acquire the type of asset you love because you will take better care of them and enjoy learning about them. What was Robert saying? Now it's time to reflect. Ask yourself, what's Robert saying in this quote? And why does he say that? In this section, you do not need to agree or disagree with Robert. The goal is to understand what Robert is saying. Remember, this curriculum is designed to be cooperative and supportive. Two minds are better than one. If you do not understand, then Robert is saying, do not shy away from it. Ask for help in understanding. Take the time, discuss each quarter until you understand it. To become financially secure, a person needs to mind their own business. The rich focus on their asset column while everyone else focus on their income statement. Financial struggle is often directly the result of people working all their lives for someone else. Many people will simply have nothing at the end of their working days to show for their efforts. One of the main reasons net worth is not accurate is simply because the moment you begin selling your asset, you are taxed for any gains. Once a dollar goes into it, never let it come out. Think of it this way. Once a dollar goes into your asset column, it becomes your employee. The best thing about money is that it works 24 hours a day and can work for generations. An important distinction is the rich people buy luxuries last, while the poor and middle class turn to buy luxuries first. The poor and middle class buy luxuries with their own sweat, blood, and children's inheritance. Additional question. Now it's time to take the stories in this chapter along with understanding of what Robert was saying and apply them to you and your life. Ask yourself the question below and discuss them with your study partner. Be honest with yourself and your partner. If you do not like some of the answer you are giving, ask yourself if you are willing to change and accept the challenge to change your thought and mindset. What is your profession and what's your business? How do they differ? What are things you might have counted in your net worth before reading this chapter? How do you view them now? Are the assets you are acquiring the type that you love? If not, how can you change them? What is your time you bought a luxury that your cash flow couldn't justify? What is the time you did so when you could justify the purchase? Compare how you felt in the two situations, both at the moment of purchase and later. Have there been people in their family who have spent their whole lives working for someone else, only to end up with nothing? What would you have advised them if you could?